Mr. Sodhi. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's start by talking about the GST cut from butter to ghee, cheese, paneer. Is this cut expected to aid volumes? And if you could quantify that for us, what kind of expectation do we have when it comes to volume growth?
Well, definitely this tremendous GST cut in most of the dairy products are going to give us more than double-digit volume growth in all the categories. Let me tell you, most of the dairy categories in which the GST cut has been given, be it ghee or paneer or the other sweets and other things, unorganized sector is bigger than the organized or packed sector. So what is going to happen with this reduction of prices right from 5 to 13%? One side, the existing consumer is going to buy more. More than that, the unorganized sector will shift towards the organized packed category because earlier the difference between the unorganized sector ghee and the packed sector ghee was around 30 to 40 rupees. In case of paneer, it used to be around 20 rupees per kg. So with this reduction, one side volume growth will come. Second side, adulteration will also reduce. Because what is happened when you are selling in packed or branded form, chances of adulterations are minimum. Because when we sell loose, anybody can do any hodgepodge. So that way it is going to give us benefit. And once the organized sector sales grow, I think it will also give more benefit to the government. Their GST collection will definitely improve. And in turn, farmers are going to get better relations because transparency system will be more because of organized sector.
Right. So that's about volume growth and the kind of demand that we are going to see. But Mr. Sodhi, how will this benefit the entire ecosystem? If you could shed some more light on it, from farming community to cooperatives and rural community, and ultimately the final consumer. How is it going to play out for the entire ecosystem?
Well, in food and agriculture supply chain, there are two main stakeholders, farmers and consumers. So one side with reduction in GST, consumers are going to get the benefit. The other side, farmers, when they are dealing with the unorganized sector, there is no price stability. They are very vulnerable to the local traders at what price they will buy milk. With the organized sector growing, system become more efficient, transparency comes, and farmers are encouraged to invest more in dairy. And especially, you see, let me tell you, last 3 years, the farm gate prices were not increasing at that rate that it used to increase during the previous 2 years. So what we expect now with this price increase or GST reduction, GST reduction for consumer, but better relation for the farmers or more relation with farmers, definitely production of milk will increase so that companies can fulfill the increased demand of dairy products from the market.
All right, so that's about how the farmers and end consumers are going to benefit. But Mr. Sodhi, within dairy, which particular product category do you feel will reap the most benefit out of this GST rate cut?
Yeah, definitely. The ghee is the most. Well, ghee is a 60,000 crore category per annum. And I understand with this reduction and ghee reduction has happened from 12% to 5%, around 40 rupees per kg. I think that category will multiply by at least 50% more, from 60,000 to 90,000. The government is not going to lose much revenue. The other categories which is going to get the maximum boost is the ice cream. Ice cream, there were 18% GST, which has reduced to 5%. So 13% reduction for a brick which used to cost 200 rupees. So there will be reduction of 25 rupees. And there also, I feel, with this reduction and shift to the organized sector, demand will multiply minimum 25%. Similarly, butter, the table butter, There also the reduction is 78%. So butter category, I understand, will table butter will increase minimum volume wise 15 to 16%. And no doubt paneer will multiply because paneer majorly was sold in unpacked unorganized sector. So I believe paneer demand will in 2 years double.
All right, so that's about demand and the kind of increase we are expecting there. But, will this move help cooperatives also scale up procurement from farmers and add new members to their operatives?
When the demand for the packed or branded products increases, so all the cooperatives and the other companies have to scale up their milk procurement system. So how we can scale up the more milk procurement? We start milk collection from more villages. We put up milk collection system in more villages. We enroll more members. And also you ask existing members to supply more milk so that they can also buy meat, more number of cows and buffalo to meet the increased demand. So this increase in demand of ghee, butter, ice cream, paneer will definitely encourage organized dairy to procure more from farmers. So farmers are going to get benefit out of this reduction in GST more than the consumers.
All right. Now talking about the pricing and demand, given that non-urban areas are more price sensitive, do you expect this GST move to aid demand, particularly in tier 2 and tier 3 cities and also rural areas?
You are right, definitely, because the unorganized sector, unbranded sectors, brands, products are more selling in the tier 2, tier 3 or taluka rural market because of the price difference, 30, 40, 50 rupees per kg. So with this reduction in the price, even the consumers in the rural sector, they also want to buy the branded packed products. So now with the price difference reducing, and most of the manufacturers also shifting more towards this branded side, I think the growth is going to come more from the rural or tier 2 or tier 3 market than the metro market.
Okay. And lastly, Mr. Sodhi, do we expect any new SKUs or smaller affordable packets to capture the rural and semi-urban demand following the GST rate cut?
I don't expect new SKU to be launched by the various brands because already there are SKU like in Ghee, 20 rupees, 300 rupees SKUs are there. And I don't expect it will any lower MRP SKUs are required because the price of existing SKU will reduce. SKU which used to be 10 rupees, now it will be selling at 9 rupees, or which was at 20 rupees will be selling at 18 rupees. So I don't think there is a need to launch new SKU with reduction in GST. Only thing is because demand is going to increase more in the rural or tier 2, tier 3 cities, so smaller SKU will be selling more. Composition of the smaller SKU in the existing range will increase.
All right, thanks, Mr. Sodhi, for that entire roundup of all, how this GST rate cut is going to pan out for the dairy segment. Lovely speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Well, on that note, we'll take a very short break. Be right back with more news and updates coming up on the other side.